Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Okpaleze and welcome back to another episode from the House with Favour. So today I'm going to be talking about growing old, getting old, turning 30, whatever you want to call it. At this point, I don't even know what I'm going to be titling this video. But by the time you're seeing the video, I've already chosen the title. So before I get into the whole gist, please make sure to subscribe if you've not subscribed. If you are new here on this channel, you're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome in the name of Jesus. Yeah. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell that comes up after to get notifications whenever I post a new awesome video like this one. Yeah. And to my 20 subscribers, to my OGs, like you guys, choppies. Okay, this video is already getting chaotic. But anyways, you're talking about getting old, so that's part of it. That is part of it. Uh, okay, so I know that you enjoyed this video, so please give it a thumbs up and share this video to everybody, to your friends and foes, to your family members and your extended family members, everybody. Meanwhile, you're not supposed to have foes. Let those people that decide to call you the enemy be your enemy. But anyway, send it to everybody that you know. You get what I mean? Okay, let's just get into this video because we have a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. So like I said, in this video I'm talking about getting old. It's more like, I was looking back at Favour in her 20s and Favour that is now 30 in her 30s. Permit me to say it, please. It's not easy. It is God's doing because it's not me that kept myself alive. I know a lot of people that were born the same year that I was, the same day that I was, that are no longer alive. So that I'm alive and in sound health and bubbling and this glowing is to the glory of God. So, talking about getting old and I'll be growing old. There are a lot of things that come with age, that come with growing old. And when we talk about growing old, a lot of people think it is about like when that you're working, you cannot hold yourself up again, gray hairs and all that. Yes, that is part of growing old. But every single second that passes, every single day that passes, every single month, every single year that passes, you're no longer, you're getting older by the minute. You're getting older by the day, by the year you're there. So it's not just when we talk about growing old, it's not necessarily about being in your 70s and all that. So there are changes that come with growing old, but if you are not self-aware, it can be very, very, very easy to miss. And the reason I'm discussing this is because I noticed some of these things with myself. Uh, Even my husband noticed some of them. He'd be like, "Sister, I don't understand you again." Oh my Jesus. So there are a lot of drama, there are a lot of things that come with growing old. But if you are not careful, you can miss it. If you're not careful, it can become the changes that are supposed to be that are supposed to be positive, will at the end of the day maybe become negative. Some things that are negative, that if you catch it early, you nip it in the bud. If you're not able to notice that these things are changing, you begin to lose relationships, you even begin to lose yourself without knowing it. So that is why it is very important to be self-aware, because once you are self-aware, it is possible for you to notice when things are going wrong with you, with who you are. So one of the things that changed with turning 30, because I don't know why, I don't know what it is with turning 30. I don't know if it is just me, but a lot of things, not just something, a lot of things have changed for me that I have noticed, that people around me have noticed with turning this 30, it's it's amazing. And I'm like, how did I change? Like, sorry, I remember being like this like yesterday. It feels like yesterday that I was like this, that I would act like this, that I would talk like this. But like now I find I can't even, it's like I'm over that. So it's a good thing that I've noticed that I'm in a new season of my life. And that is why it is good to marry well. Marry well. The advice you, like, the advice is always marry well, because if you do not marry well, when those changes come, it will not be, I don't know, the people have made your friends. It's not necessarily your friends. It may be just life happening. It may just be those changes that come with you growing old. So in one of the areas that I noticed that I've changed, I won't say changed, that I have grown more of in this area, that I've grown, is in my faith, in my relationship with God. Like, you know how when you grow in a relationship, when you mature in a relationship, you know what, if you have been in such a situation, you know what it feels like. So I feel like my relationship with God has taken a new turn. I feel like my relationship with God has taken a deeper, like, has gotten to a deeper level. I'm beginning to understand certain things even more. I'm beginning to understand certain ways of God even more. I am less apologetic about my faith. Like, I am at this point, I am very bodacious about my faith. I don't care if you do not like that I profess my love for God, that I live my life for God the way that I do. It's I I'm like looking for words to bring it forth to you. But this is one area that I've seen a change, that I've seen growth, that I've seen, like, I just know that um my relationship with God has just taken a new turn, has just taken a new turn. So if I was not like in tune with myself, in tune with this relationship, it could have been easy to miss. I wouldn't maybe have been able to tap into it, because I think it took time. I won't say it took time, but it took me being conscious to notice that, okay, some things are changing. Let me tap into it. That I began to tap into it, and I started seeing these changes, this growth. That I started becoming, less apologetic about my faith, like I said. Another area that I have noticed a change has been in my mindset. Like, and when I mean mindset, I mean generally. When I mean mindset, generally, when it comes to finances, relationships, raising children, marriage, everything. My mindset about a lot of things have grown. I'm beginning to see things from different perspective. I'm beginning to understand some takes on different topics. When you are let's say in your teens, there are some things that someone in their 20s will say, and you will not understand. They will say it, and you'll be like, "Wait, what is this one saying?" Like, sister, move. You're not enjoying your life, you're not doing this, you're not doing this. But then when you get to that stage that that person was in, and telling you about those things, you begin to appreciate those things that you were told. You begin to, like, see the sense, see the value in those information. Just like it also happens with marriage, it also happens with parenting. There are some things that a married person would, like, be telling you, but you will not get it until you are there, until you get to that space, because now you are you are living the life. If you get what I mean. So in that same way, my mindset about a lot of things have changed. The way I see life has changed. The way there was one time, oh Jesus Christ. So one of the times I was having a discussion with my husband was like, they said it. That's when you get married, it's like every 10 years you're married to a new person. Well, oh, you never even reached 10 years. But the truth is, I don't know what they used to make that statistics, but I when they said it, it didn't make sense to me. I've heard that thing before as well. When they said it, it did not make sense to me, but now it's beginning to make sense because the favor that my husband got married to is not, I'm not exactly that same favor again when it comes to a lot of things. I'm not exactly that same favor. So yeah, my take on life has slightly changed. So imagine that you love someone because they cook they cook morning, afternoon, night. A time will come that that person will not be able to cook morning, afternoon, night. So that is why when it comes to marriage, your relationship, your love should be unconditional, just like the love of Christ. That is why that emotional love is not really enough, but the love of Christ is enough. Uh-huh. So yeah, my mindset has changed. Let's not dwell too much on this part. So another thing that has changed for me is the way I approach relationships. I don't know, but I'm beginning to approach relationships a little more different than I would have. Maybe more matured, in a more matured way than I would have. I'm beginning to have more patience. I'm beginning to like understand, put effort actually into understanding people a little more, yeah, and to understand people a little more easier. um Being less judgmental, because if you know me, I know, yes, me self, I know that I can be a little bit judgmental. Even though since getting married to my husband, that is one area that has constantly been changing, because you may be looking at life from your own perspective, you have not lived life from the other person's perspective. But like at this stage, I'm even becoming like even more than I was previously. I'm becoming less judgmental, way less judgmental. Does not mean that when I see something that is not wrong, I'm not going to call you out. That brings me to another point in when it comes to the relationship aspect. Like, I find it easier now to call people out. I was not a very I am still not a very confrontational person. Before, I was not confrontational at all. Like, carry your while and be going. I don't need stress. Please go. Please go. Except when it comes to my children and my siblings, you're gonna see a different favor. My husband used to say that I turn to a lioness when it comes to this area. But outside this, I am not confrontational. I will look for easier ways to like put it to you. Right now, I am big on the tough love. I am big on calling, no matter how much I love you, no matter how much I respect you, I'm going to call you out when you're wrong. I'm going to call you out on your wrongdoing. Like, I don't I don't mince words. Yes, does not mean that I will now bring it out to you crass or rudely, but still respectfully do it. But unlike before, that I will just like look for ways to like bring it across to you, that even if you are not seeing it, I'll be like, since the person doesn't understand what I'm saying, I beg, let's be moving on. But now I will try my best to make sure that you are seeing what I am trying to bring to your attention. So in that area, there has been a change. Like, I don't take, I won't say, I don't say I don't take nonsense, but I I don't like tolerate bad behavior right now. I will look for the most loving, most respectful ways to bring it to you, but I will bring it to you and make sure that you see it. Unlike before, that I will bring it to you, and even if you don't see it, you move on. But now, I'm gonna make sure that you see it, because at the end of the day, I want you to grow. That is how much I am invested in your growth as a friend, as your friend. I want you to grow, and I want the relationship, the friendship, whatever it is, to be better. So I've also become a little more bold in my relationships. Like in my relationships, hey, Jesus Christ, in my relationship, this is part of it. Like I am, I'm coming, but I am more free. I am a little bit more free, around people, a little bit more free, not like tight, uptight, antisocial. Because the truth is, I know that I'm quite antisocial. If you have met me, forget this thing that we are doing here. It's just because it's me and my. Okay, so what was I saying? Ah, I wanted to say old age, but I reject it. Not this kind of old age. My memory is intact in the name of the Lord. Okay, so what I was saying. So like I was saying, I'm freer with people. I am more relaxed in the company of people. I am less uptight. I am a little more chatty, a little more chatty. I am, yeah, I am kind of bolder. I am bolder in my relationships. Yes, so as I was saying, I was that kind of person that in a relationship, I would be like in the background, just let's try to make you happy. As if you're good, I'm good. But now I place demands on the friendships, on the friendship as well. That is where I am now. For some people, this may be their personality from the get-go, but for me this was not my personality. And the reason why I was able to notice these things and begin to hone in on them is because I was self-aware, and I knew the things that I was more disposed to do and the things that I was not more disposed to do. And when I started seeing that, okay, these things that I was not more disposed to do that are actually positive, that I've been wanting to do, they are beginning to come a little bit more easier to me. Let me engage it. Now, there are negative aspects as well, but I'm coming there. So it's not like it's all rosy. It's not like it is all rosy. Okay, so another area that I have noticed a change is in my fashion, in my style. If you have noticed it on my social media, like I'm even beginning to post more. Like unlike me, that I will not post in months. This one is almost every week I'm posting. Clap for me, I'm trying. At least I'm trying, so people should be like, I'm trying. Whew. So when it comes to my style, my fashion, fashion sense, more like, I've noticed a change. I'm becoming a little bit more stylish. I'm becoming a little bit more fashionable. Still simple, because that is simplicity is my style. So my style is simplicity. So even though I have become a little more stylish, a little more now fashionable, I still keep it simple because that is me. Once you get over the top, I'm done. Like my stylish, reach there. I'll appreciate it on your body. Good, sis. Go on. Like you're rocking it. But please don't bring it close to me. But generally, I've noticed that I have become a little bit more stylish. Okay, so for the negatives, that is why I said that at the beginning of this video, I said that it is good that you are self-aware, so that you notice when the positive is coming, and you are like fanning the flame, and when the negative is coming, you are killing it. So with with the negative areas now is um so one of the negatives that I noticed was that I was starting to become a little bit lazier. So when I noticed it, I didn't really notice it immediately. That's the thing, because I was going through pregnancy at this stage. So it was easier to chalk it up to pregnancy and postpartum and all. But this was not me. This was not the favor of before. I'm more of the kind of person when it comes to the home and home front and all that. I noticed that I was becoming a little bit more lazy, a little bit lazier, and thank God that I noticed it on time, so I was able to like nip it in the bud, in the place of prayer, deliberate, putting in deliberate work. I was like being deliberate about not being lazy, Oh God. Yeah. So this is positive, but also it has a negative to it in the area of being chatty. So there are some places that I'm not supposed to be chatty. And until I was being chatty in these areas, I was being chatty with um in the times that I'm not supposed to be chatting. So these I also had to work on it to build a kind of a balance, such that I am chatty in at the right times and less chatty when the occasion calls for being much more serious. There I won't really go through like the posts. I didn't really go through all of them. I won't really go through all the negatives, but these are basically it. So in general, wow, the reason why I brought this gist here was because I wanted to like encourage you, know the season that you're in life, know the what is it called, the characteristics that you need to hone in, and the ones that you need to discard. There's nothing like this is me. This, if it is negative, it is not you. Work on it, sis. Bro, if you're a guy watching this, work on it, because nobody wants to deal with your baggage. You don't want to deal with somebody else's baggage. So what makes you think somebody else should deal with your baggage? So I hate to hear that this is me, this is who I am. Nah, if it is negative, please work on it. And then for the positives, if you notice it, hone it in, and also learn to strike a balance. Because if you too much of everything is bad. Everything just needs moderation. If you overdo one thing, it becomes too overbearing. So, like, as you are honing in the good ones, also try to strike a balance, so that one, nobody takes you for granted, you don't take yourself for granted, and you you don't become too loud, you don't become too lousy, you don't become too loud mouth. Just generally strike a balance. And with that, guys, I believe you've learned something new in this video. I have. Even though it's my own experience, I have. And please like this video, share it to everyone that you know, everybody. Please, you guys should like share the videos more, like the videos more, help the algorithm to help this video, to help my videos, not just this video, to help my videos, because these are the ways that the algorithm would see this video and like carry it to the people that need to see it. For every like, for every comment, for every share, the algorithm is picking it up and showing it to people that need to see it. So if there are topics that you want me to discuss, if there are topics that you want us to gist about, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll be seeing you guys in my other videos. Until next time, bye.